I know that most of us are running on coffee fumes just to make it through the day. I used to be the same way. 3 cups before noon, another in the afternoon. But here's what nobody tells you about that caffeine boost. It's borrowed energy. You pay it back later with the jitters, the anxiety, and that brutal afternoon crash where your brain just stops working. So what if I told you there's actually a way to fuel your energy and sharpen your mind at the same time without any of that crash? That's what Moringa does, and honestly, the science behind it is kind of mind-blowing. Today we're diving into how this ancient plant literally powers your body's energy engines while protecting your brain. And stick around, because I'm going to share the one simple nutrient pairing that turns Moringa into an absolute focus-enhancing powerhouse. When most people say they want energy, what they're really after is alertness, right? Coffee definitely gives you that. But here's the thing. Caffeine doesn't actually create energy. It's more like a trick your brain falls for. Your real energy? That comes from tiny structures inside your cells called mitochondria. Think of them as biological batteries that convert the food you eat into ATP, the actual molecule that powers literally everything you do. Every thought, every muscle movement, every heartbeat runs on ATP. Caffeine just blocks the signals that make you feel tired. It's like putting tape over your car's low fuel warning light. The problem is still there. But Moringa? Moringa actually feeds your mitochondria the nutrients they need to produce more fuel. Inside Moringa leaves, you've got this incredible combination of B vitamins, magnesium, and bioavailable iron, and each one plays a specific role in creating cellular energy. B vitamins act like helpers in your mitochondria, converting the carbs, fats, and proteins you eat into usable fuel. Magnesium stabilizes those ATP molecules, so your cells can actually use them efficiently. And iron? Iron carries oxygen through your blood, delivering it to your mitochondria, where the real energy production happens. This is why people describe Moringa energy so differently from coffee. They say it feels steady, grounded, lasting, because it's being produced by your cells, not forced on them by a stimulant. There was actually a clinical trial that showed regular Moringa consumption reduced reported fatigue by 36% in just 3 weeks. That's pretty significant. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Let's talk about your brain for a second. This organ makes up only 2% of your body weight, but it burns through 20% of your daily energy. 20%! It's like having a tiny sports car in your head that's constantly revving. The problem is, most of us aren't giving our brains enough fuel. We're running premium hardware on regular gas. The result? Brain fog, scattered focus, those moments where you walk into a room and completely forget why. But Moringa doesn't just provide energy, it actually directs that energy to your brain. And it protects your brain at the same time. Moringa contains these powerful plant compounds called quercetin and chlorogenic acid. The cool thing about these? Unlike a lot of nutrients, they can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. That means they reach your neurons directly. Once they're in there, they're neutralizing oxidative stress that would otherwise damage your brain cells. They're supporting memory formation by protecting your hippocampus. That's your brain's memory center. And they're boosting focus and clarity by enhancing how your neurotransmitters work. There are even animal studies suggesting Moringa might stimulate the growth of new neurons, which scientists used to think was impossible in adult brains. We're still learning, but the potential here is fascinating. So here's where everything comes together. When you combine Moringa's cellular energy boost with its brain-protecting compounds, you get this perfect synergy. More oxygen delivered to your brain thanks to that iron. More ATP available for your neurons thanks to B vitamins and magnesium. And less oxidative stress gunking up the whole system thanks to those antioxidants. The result? Sustained focus, sharper memory, and energy that doesn't crash. This is why people describe Moringa as clean energy. It's not a hack, it's just your body working the way it's supposed to. Think about what coffee does. It stimulates your nervous system, jacking up your cortisol and adrenaline. That's why your heart races and your hands shake. Then, when the caffeine wears off, you crash hard. Moringa works completely differently. It's not hacking your nervous system, it's feeding your biology. Instead of masking fatigue, it repairs the energy systems that are causing fatigue in the first place. It's like the difference between shocking a flickering light bulb with extra electricity versus actually fixing the wiring and giving it steady power. One is a temporary fix. The other solves the problem. All right, here's the game changer. If you want Moringa to really amplify your focus, pair it with omega-3 fatty acids. Why? Your brain is literally 60% fat. Omega-3s, like DHA, are essential for building healthy neuron membranes. When you combine Moringa's antioxidants with omega-3 fats, you get better absorption of those fat-soluble compounds in Moringa, stronger and more flexible brain cell membranes, and faster signal transmission between neurons. The result isn't just energy, it's laser-like concentration. Simple way to do this? Add a teaspoon of Moringa powder to a smoothie with chia seeds, flax seeds, or walnuts. That's it. Your brain will absolutely thank you. Want to see if this actually works for you? Try this simple routine for 1 week. Morning, blend Moringa with citrus juice and chia seeds. Afternoon, mix it into a smoothie with spinach and flax. Evening, lightly steep Moringa in warm water, but don't boil it. Track how you feel each day. Most people notice steadier energy and fewer crashes by day 2 or 3, clearer thinking and better memory recall by day 4 or 5, and by day 6 or 7, sharper focus that actually lasts into the evening. It's not a stimulant high, it's your biology running better. The real secret? Moringa doesn't just add energy or boost brain power. It makes your entire system more efficient. When your cells produce more energy, your brain naturally works better. When your brain is protected from stress, your energy gets spent more wisely. That's why Moringa isn't just another supplement. It's a complete system upgrade.